Hello everyone, Brandon's Aquariums and Terrariums. Today we're going to be turning this little mason jar into an ecosphere. So I did this off camera, but this is a little twig and I attached it to some slate. This is going to go inside of our jar. The reason I did it off camera was I wanted to get this, get all the glue drying while I was eating lunch, and I knew everyone probably didn't want to watch this drying for half an hour. So the first step of this is making sure it's all clean and it has no debris in it. You can get mason jars pretty much anywhere. Your mom or grandma probably has used these to make jam or something like that, and you can probably ask for one. So the first thing we'll be adding in is, after it's all cleaned, is the sand. So you just want to you can either use your fingers or a little shovel. I think I actually have one here. Alright, just like this guy right here, and we'll take a little bit. Hold on, of course it's not working. But my goal is, in this entire video, to not spill sand on absolutely everything in my room. Just like that, and you'll slowly fill it up. It may take a while, but just like me, you probably don't want sand everywhere. So, I'll be back when I'm done. Alright, so I added the sand in as well as the main hardscape piece, but it looks kind of empty, so we have our next couple steps. So, one thing is, I have some of these. They're little shards of the rocks that I'm using for inside of the ecosphere. Alright, so the way you put the little shards in is get out your cartoonishly large tweezers and just put them where you think they'd look good. In the wild, if there is a big rock, lots of the time, over time, it'll break down, and there'd be all these little shards around it, and it also just adds a little bit more detail to your scape. And you do have to be very patient. This isn't something that takes like 10 seconds to complete. Alright, so I added in all the little rock shards, and it does look a lot more natural and a little bit cooler. Like, I imagine like this would be in a little puddle or something, and maybe there's a big larger rock up here, and over time it broke down and fell into the water area. And now we're going to do all the planting. I have several kinds of plants here. One is this. It's called pennywort. This will grow pretty well underwater, and they're like little underwater lily pads. They can even grow outside of water, which I think is really cool. You just want to take your tweezers again and stick them where you find them. I'm going to do this one real quick. Alright, so I planted that in the back. It's a little hard to see because of the glare, but hold on, I'll pick this up. Still going to be a little tough because of the reflection, but it's very hard to see, but over time it'll grow up towards the top over here, and begin to carpet around. Our next plant is moss. You can probably get some of this in your backyard. I think I might break this into two pieces, and I'm probably just going to put it in the back, or something like that, and it'll start to spread around and soften up all the textures that we're going to have in here, especially the rocks, because that's a very tough texture and sharp, so this will help to soften it up a little. I personally think the moss looks really, really cool in this scape. And our next plant is, this plant is called a crypt. They're these little root-feeding plants, and they'll do, I believe, pretty well in here. What they'll do when you first plant them is melt back. It's called crypt melt, and it's pretty common, but in somewhere between a week and a month, it'll start to pop back and grow even better. Alright, so the crypt is right there, and I think it'll add a nice bronze contrast. It's kind of acting weird. I'll probably have to reposition it, but I believe this ecosphere is going to do very, very well. It's going to sit up here with all of my other projects. I'll have to do a whole video just showing my entire desk and all my plants that live on it, but I might actually build a little stand for it as well. So you're probably all thinking, how do I fill this up? So it's going to be a little bit tough, but I'll show you how. So we slowly dip it in this bucket. It's filled with water. It's kind of hard to tell. It's just a 5-gallon bucket. And it'll fill this up, then we'll cap it. I'm going to do that off camera because I'm kind of nervous and I don't want to destroy the entire scape. Well, there it is. I also made this little stand. I have some rocks here and I super glued them onto here. So anyway, I won't really be able to maintain this. I'm hoping it doesn't completely explode in algae. I think I also might make a little background or something, like put a black piece of paper or something so that I can see it a little bit clearer. And anyway, this is just super glue. They're all glued together, so it really should be pretty stable. There is a little bit of duckweed stuck in here. There's some in the bucket. I would also like to thank another YouTuber called Serpa Design for giving me the idea for this. He made a little ecosphere on his channel, and I thought, it was like a year or two ago, but I thought it would be really fun to make one for myself. And it's just going to sit on my desk for now, and maybe in a couple months we'll do an update on this. But if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. It really helps the channel a ton. And if you know someone who might be interested, please share it with them. And I hope to see everyone on my next video. Goodbye.